watching Bruce Sees All.
Hi everyone, thanks for listening in. Bruce Schwartz here. Are the non-terrestrial beings, humans or alien, that are controlling or protecting or visiting observing Earth, starting to show themselves? We're starting to see this incredible story of a supposed, and I'm going to say supposed, but apparently there are several dozen witnesses seen at the amphitheater, also known as Red Rocks Amphitheater, and just on the outskirts of that area was also seen several dozens of people were witness to a large craft, and then get this, several hundreds of feet. I can't mention it enough. Gary McKinnon, if you don't know about him, look him up, hacked into NASA's website, was observing them, and he's not only a hacker, he's a hell of a smart guy, but brought some information out about non-terrestrial beings, not a mention of them being human or not, but like he says, Gary himself, doesn't mean they're alien, but there could possibly be a group of non-terrestrial, humans or not, that are outside, possibly, as Gary says, in lower Earth orbit. Well, 12 witnesses, I'm jumping around here, spot a UFO soaring above Red Rocks Amphitheater just hours after a concert. And get this, they say that there is no mistaking what this was. A dozen employees at the Red Rocks Amphitheater watched a massive UFO light up the Colorado sky, according to the National UFO Reporting Center. The workers were cleaning up around 1 a.m. on June 5th, 2024 of this year, not long after a country music star, Ian Munsick, took the stage for his concert, when they spotted a dark metallic disc appear in the sky. One of our co-workers, they said, suddenly said to us, "Hey, what is that over there? It looks like a spaceship," the anonymous tipster wrote in their own report. We all turned to look in the direction he was pointing, and sure enough, there was a UFO hundreds of feet wide. Think of it, about half a mile to a mile north of Red Rocks. The poster continued. A dozen of us saw it, they said. We all kept asking each other, "Are you seeing this too?" It was a resounding yes from everyone, absolutely everyone in the group. The UFO hovered above the treetops near the Golden Venus for about 30 seconds before it disappeared into thin air, according to witnesses. The craft was disc-shaped with 3 levels of windows resembling a 3-storied office building, the poster wrote. The entire UFO spanned several hundred feet and was illuminated by lights. Even more eerie, the unidentified flying object was absolutely, totally silent. They said, what's even crazier is that as soon as we all started noticing it and stopped what we were doing to pay attention to the craft tipped at an angle and slowly started moving belly first towards the east. Then it started fading away until it was absolutely completely invisible. It didn't shoot off into the distance. It simply dissolved into the ether. We all watched it vanish. We all saw it. What was the reason for the sudden departure, they said? We all saw it fade into nothing as soon as it knew that it was being watched by us, the witness speculated. The UFO believer emphatically denied that they and their 11 colleagues might have mistaken the object for a satellite or a drone. There have been 3,320 UFO sightings reported in Colorado just this year. All right, so now there's a whole lot of things that I want to know about. Like, for example, that large spacecraft that is hiding under South Korea that was just recently revealed. Is it the same craft that was seen in Colorado? And don't forget, the story that I'm talking to you about right now is absolutely in all headlines of both the liars and the truthers. Everybody's talking about this spacecraft, and I'm pretty sure that more and more, even the ones that have been hiding it all, are going to have to talk eventually more and more about these UFOs. Why, everyone's saying, there's an interagency fight on the inside, an interagency battle. There is a fight, and there is a reason to reveal this, because people on the inside, agents themselves, and even some of them that are running these secret projects, feel themselves that our families, their families, the rest of the world needs to know, and that we're in danger. So listen, a football field, what's a football field? 360 feet long, right? So this craft that's in the sky, seen by several dozens of people with many lights around it, 3 stories, like a building, with windows and lights all around it, was seen in the sky that vanished just a couple of days ago. So are we ready to find out truth about UFOs? I think so, because people are not too impressed about what's going on. And notice that most will deny these videos or podcasts or truths or anything news related to UFOs. Most people will deny it. Even some of the truth seekers are in denial. Obviously, they've corrupted the database. You have all this misinformation, you have disinformation. Every part of the truth has an integrated lie into it or deception into it, so that even myself, everyone, all of us, have a hard time finding out what the truth is, who's telling the truth, and deciphering it all. But listen, it comes down to, we did not know that these craft were around Earth. We did not know that there were that many sightings. As much as we were pretty sure there were, we could not have the absolute confirmation. We have it now. The governments are talking about it more and more, and around the world, they're opening all these, the UFO caucus. They're changing laws and statutes in the United States government, and the defense are not talking. They're hiding. The Pentagon, every 3-letter association, CIA, FBI, has been doing secret projects. Everything's so compartmentalized that even the people themselves that are all together on a project do not know what each of themselves are doing. They're not in contact with each other. All their phones are being tapped. We heard Bob Lazar's story way back. Nothing changed. So if the government doesn't know what these lights are, and listen, it's the talk right now. Everyone is starting to actually realize that the governments do not know that much about UFOs. They know all about their UFOs. Yes, we have back-engineered alien UFOs that were extraterrestrial craft that we actually changed the propulsion systems in them, and we integrated our own propulsion anti-gravity systems that we back-engineered after having retrieved alien technology, either from alien craft and or from alien fallen technology or alien technology here on Earth. Who knows? But it's coming out. We didn't know this much just 2-3 years ago. So for me, it's incredible. Roswell was a bloody myth a couple of years ago. And now there's even more proof coming out from Roswell. So yes, whether you're religious or not, whether you believe in God or the Bible or not, we are living in times of revelations, and I'm happy for it. It's the best time for anyone that is into UFOs right now. It's the best time to be alive, because all this information that's coming out is absolutely incredible. And I'm trying to dive in more into this story about that spacecraft, because this for me is a story that is unique. It's not something that you hear a lot, and it's not something that they would often almost never admit in the news, especially the fact that Fox News is talking about this. This is something that gets me very mad. We're talking also not just about the UFO news, but space news. Russia. A Russian satellite just broke up. That's right, in space. Have you ever heard that happening before? I think once a year. If it's not US or China, it's Russia. It sends nearly 200 pieces of space debris into orbit. Could this be an attack? A Russian satellite has broken up into at least 180 pieces of debris in space. This is posted on June 28th. This was yesterday, hours ago, forcing a NASA crew to temporarily shelter in place at the International Space Station, U.S. officials say. The observation satellite reassures its RES-URS P-1 Russian Earth, operated by Russia's space agency, Roscosmos, and declared dead in 2022. It shattered in low Earth orbit around noon Eastern Time on Wednesday, according to the U.S. Space Command. Space Command has observed no threats and is continuing to make assessments to support the safety and sustainability of the space domain. The agency did not specify what could have caused the breakup. Listen, this is happening all the time, right? So Obviously, the NASA crew shelter in spacecraft for an hour. The debris from the satellite breakup led to NASA crew on board the space station to shelter in their respective spacecraft for an hour as a precaution.